I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm here. I never died. I was never in danger. I'm stronger than ever. There is not a single goddamn cataclysmic force.
Ghost!
That's right, I'm a ghost. This is my last will and testament. I pre-recorded this before the episode. There's not a single goddamn cataclysmic force that can ever affect me, you son of a bitch. And today I'm back for episode, I don't remember, of the podcast, and we're going to talk about lots of fun things, gentlemen, aren't we?
What are we going to talk about?
Fun things. Things people like. I could start. All right, I'll start. Fuck it. Jackson, did you get my photo I sent you?
I did. You tasted balls.
I did. Thank you for spoiling it. But then after I did that, I went to a restaurant and ate unusual food.
Yeah. But can you tell me about the gay experience instead? That's what I'm interested in.
Sure. So I met this guy, and no. So I went to Colorado about a week and a half ago. By this point, timelines are kind of weird because of the hurricane. My trip got really rescheduled while I was there. Anyway, 2 episodes ago, if you're an avid up-and-coming podcast listener, as I know all of you are, you know that we discussed unusual foods from around the world. So century eggs, surströmming, what have you. And the topic of Rocky Mountain oysters was brought up, which are fried buffalo testicles. They are a delicacy of Colorado, and I ate them. And if you're a video listener, you can see a photo of me I took eating them at a restaurant. I put my sunglasses on like a completely unlikable douche for the photo. But you're not really missing much. It's just proof that I actually did it.
So how was it?
So I get it. I totally get it. They are unique. It's not like it's not like you sit there and go, well, let's just eat every part of the cow or the buffalo. No, they taste different. They're like if beef had the texture of fish. They're flaky and soft, and
that sounds awful.
It was strange. I'll give you that. It wasn't. It wasn't
like
my
juicy?
favorite.
Is there a lot of juice in in them balls? Is it like full?
No, they are juicy and succulent. They tickle your tongue just right. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We are a mature group of adults.
Are there little pubes on them as well? Do they leave the pubes on? Like, how does it work?
Okay, yes, Jackson. They leave the fucking hair and fur right on so you can choke it down your throat, like with every cut of meat. You love a fine steak when it's got the cow's raw, leathery hide still wrapped around it, don't you, Jackson, you sick fuck?
Yeah, but isn't that the point?
You like balls, you sick fuck. You're sicker than me.
No, it's not
like
the
a
fucking
steak.
point.
The point isn't the animal's hide. Isn't the point of eating the balls that you want to taste the cum in it or something?
No.
Yes, that's the point. You want the baby
I didn't
batter.
think of that. Oh, they gypped me. They didn't give me the cum
You want it juicy,
sauce.
like a fruit.
No, it's
you got the drained balls.
No, I get what the whole point is. It's like a fishier beef somehow. It's got like a fishy kind of texture, a more kind of gamier flavor. Awful. And it comes with cocktail sauce, so I think they play into that. It was, it's fine.
Well, you shouldn't have to eat balls to have cocktail sauce. You can have it with other things. It's not like a reward for finishing your vegetables.
No, you're just making shit up. I don't know why you would say that. That's not true.
So, okay, out of 10, how much would you rate it? Like, is it worth seeking out?
I'm glad I tried it. I don't know if I'd ever regularly order it. It wasn't for me. I didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it like a 4 out of 10, maybe a 5. It was just kind of, I did it. There, the end. There it is.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it's worth me going to like search it out or anything.
No, I wouldn't say I'd say they're less of a delicacy and more of kind of like a stunt show, like a hey, check it out, you can eat these, So
yeah. See, if I was gonna eat balls, it would have to be like a 10 out of 10. It would have to be like a life-changing experience for me to put those bad boys up in me.
By like Gordon Ramsay himself.
What would you do if I sat here and stone-faced told you they were just delectable and the most incredible parts of beef I've ever had in my life, and you guys need to try them just now?
I legitimately do trust your opinion on a lot of things, Andrew. So if you told me, like, straight up that, like, these Rocky Mountain oysters, they were the most scrumptious balls you've ever had, you wanted to gobble them up by the fistful, they were life changing. Like you use the word life changing. I would actually I would seek that out and try it.
Look, I'll tell it to you straight. I'll give you the real opinion. I probably had like 4 or 5 of them. They come in small pieces. They're like
you pig.
Yeah, you're insatiable.
I was a glutton. I had one and I couldn't stop. They were like Pringles. No, they're
how
like,
many?
they're
So
like,
wait, how many cows is that? How many do the buffaloes only have 2 balls, or are they some weird kind of creature that has?
I would assume they were pieces of balls because they're pretty small. They're like popcorn chicken size. They're pretty tiny.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I was like,
those have to be cut up.
Yeah,
one plate looks like 20 bulls worth of balls right there.
That's how I
Which
measure all
doesn't
my
seem
food.
sustainable.
I go to the buffet and I go, this plate's about 50 balls worth of food right here. Oh.
Do you get to choose how you want them cooked through, like medium rare balls, please? Or
no,
do
they
just all come in one.
No, they're deep fried.
The restaurant I went to, and maybe they were conserving the pioneer spirit, was basically a mock-up of an Oregon Trail outpost. So it was like a giant fort with a steakhouse built into it, with all sorts of pioneer decorations around and whatever. So they just had a shitload of meat, just different kinds of weird meat. Like I also had I had elk while I was there. I had goose. I had quail. Just like all these weird pioneer meats. And unfortunately, the Rocky Mountain oysters were just fried. That was the only way you could get them in a little bowl fried. So
I'm not sure I'd want them any other way, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think I would either, to be honest.
I think the hair off.
I think if they were sautéed and I had to chew through them, I'd really hate them.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest. Probably.
I imagine if it wasn't deep fried and it was grilled up, in a pan or something, it would just be really chewy. That's what I would imagine.
Ugh.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Gross.
Kai, can you imagine biting into my balls right now? Imagine that texture and that feeling.
Hang on, let me picture it, Jackson. Let me think about it. Let me think about it really hard.
Really think about it.
Yeah, I'm really
Wait, actually, can we do it the other way? Can I bite your balls instead and then just tell you how it feels?
You already gave me the scenario. I'm in trance.
I don't want to. Oh, God, I didn't think about it.
You're not beating the allegations with this shit.
What allegations? There's allegations?
God, can you imagine if you had leftover balls and you had to eat them cold out of the fridge?
Oh no, I wouldn't like that.
Would it actually be worse if they're cold?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, wait. What happens if it's cold and you microwave it? Would it explode?
They need to make frozen TV dinner balls. You just pop them in for 2 minutes with a little bowl of water to steam them in the microwave. We're onto something here. But no, they were a time.
I think I said it last week. I just don't understand why they exist in the modern sense. I get cultural, but it seems like such a weird cultural mainstay to continue eating just the balls of a buffalo. I don't know.
So, based on what I could gather, it may have started from a traditional thing. Who knows? People exploring out west and going, well, we have to eat every part of the buffalo. But from what I gathered now, the culture, especially in Colorado, it's kind of an inside joke. Yeah, we still eat testicles. Haha, they're testicles. That's funny.
Great.
You're eating balls.
Got us.
It's funny. Yeah,
so they just make outsiders eat. They make outsiders eat the testicles. You order the testicles and the waiter's what an idiot.
Wait,
no
Jackson,
one else is eating these testicles.
Wait a minute. I'm inspecting this. I'm inspecting this weird foods article you sent us, Jackson. It says written by Jackson Clarke. Was this an elaborate prank to just get me to eat balls?
Are you joking? I don't have the article. Are you joking? Oh wait, no, you are joking.
You don't remember if you wrote the article or not? What do you mean?
I thought there might have been another Jackson Clarke. I didn't do it.
How much was it? Was it expensive, good steak?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a fancy place. It was the same price you'd pay for any appetizer at a regular restaurant. It wasn't anything fancy. It came in a bowl with cocktail sauce on the side, and it was for the table. You just put a fork in, eat one. I mean, they were fine. I could see them being an acquired taste, or people really like them. Kind of let's say oysters and shellfish. Some people love that shit, but a lot of people don't. I could see it like that. Yeah.
It's still weird to eat the balls. It's imagine if they did that with a female. Cow,
the vagina,
cow cunt served on a plate. Yeah, just
oh yes, cow cunt. I'll take your finest cow cunt, please.
Oh, extra clitoris for me. It's my favorite.
What is it? A 5-star
so gross.
gourmet cow cunt?
This
I'll
is
take it to
premium
go.
grade A cow vagina right here. Only
I can
the
taste
finest.
the Michelin stars.
Ugh. Calf still in it if you prefer.
Ugh. Fucking gross.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's another one that grosses me out. I will never eat venison. Like what's venison again? It's like
Deer.
unborn deer or something.
No, it's just deer.
Yeah.
It's just deer.
Oh. Wait, what's the veal?
You're
What's
thinking
veal?
of
There's
veal.
something.
Veal is the
Yeah,
baby
veal.
cows.
Veal is
Yeah.
like baby cows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but they're
I
so
won't do
yummy
that.
and soft, though.
Oh, they're so good. I love veal. It's so good.
I can see the moral objection.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I
just-
mean,
Yeah. I don't know.
God, ew. Why is the horse pussy on my screen?
Well, hey, you should probably like contextualize that, Kaya, for the people at home that don't see anything right now. There's people in our Discord
lucky
chat
ones.
sending like fried horse vagina, which seems to be some
Oh.
kind of delicate like food, I guess, or
I'd try it.
a serial killer, or
Mississippi.
someone who's
I'd try it. Fuck
Is this
it.
a thing or a
Mississippi.
joke?
I don't care. I'd try it.
I
It's
can't.
fine.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Is there anything you wouldn't eat?
So is this the context of like I'm going to just try it just to say I tried it, or do I have to finish
Yeah,
it and eat the
yeah.
whole thing? Because that's different.
yeah, you have to smile and you have to rub your tummy afterwards and say
See,
yummy yummy.
If someone
More,
sat
please.
me down with a whole bowl of Rocky Mountain oysters and said, you have to eat all this, this is your meal, then I would object. But if it's to just have one or a piece and try it, I'm down for a lot of stuff in that capacity.
Are you coming on to me?
How much for you to eat a whole bucket of balls? But you have to finish it and you have to keep it down.
Man, I think halfway through I would just be
can't, like-
so sick. Oh, fuck.
What balls,
That's a lot
Kaya?
of balls.
Is it mixed balls,
Is it
like
like,
different animal balls from across the kingdom?
Ooh, yeah, we could have like a whole zoo ball tasting.
Oh,
Surely
Just
they all
feed you
taste
all the
the same.
freaking animal balls.
thank
I
God,
don't
my
know.
one dream
I
come
mean, it's
true.
different meats. Like, would a pig's balls taste the same as a buffalo ball?
Now, those are the real questions we should fucking aim to solve one day. We should sit down with a buffet of balls and compare
But
them.
why? This is what I don't get. Why are we only eating the buffalo balls then?
Well,
Why
you don't
why
eat
isn't
just
every
that, Jackson. You
balls-
eat the whole thing, and the balls are there, and you go,
No,
may
no.
as well eat those too.
I know. You know they eat the whole buffalo. What I'm saying is like, why are buffaloes the only creature that we eat the balls of? Like, why didn't we
Yeah, why
start
not
eating
pig
other?
balls or
Yeah, pig balls or horse balls.
ducks have balls?
Pigs, yeah.
Like, it's the same argument, right? We use their meat anyway, so why aren't we eating their balls too? Why is it only the buffalo balls, or do we eat pig balls and I just don't know about it?
It'd probably be rude. We don't want to
Probably
insult the
throw 'em
pig
in.
like that.
They're for sure putting pig balls and everything into the fucking sausages they make. Where they
True.
just press the whole fucking thing through a meat grinder. I mean, that has everything. Cock and balls.
True, yeah.
Wait, do you eat the buffalo dick too? Or just
Places,
the balls?
there are places that eat dick. I know a lot of Asian countries eat like bull penis and
What a
elk
sentence.
penis and shit.
Do they
No,
eat it
but
like a
that's like
corn
for-
on the cob? Like they hold it with both hands, and go nom 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 nom.
Yeah, they spin it around like an old timey Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yeah. Oh, yummy.
Oh, I
Yummy.
love food culture, good stuff.
Delicious.
Yeah, I would say
Okay,
try 'em.
human. Would you eat a consenting human?
No, we've
I'm
asked this
afraid of
before.
prions, man, and all
We
the
have.
cannibalism shit. So probably not. Probably not.
Would you make furniture out of a human
Yes,
like Ed Gein did?
of course. It's just leather. Who cares?
Oh, that would be cool as shit.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand.
Okay,
the fascination
Jackson,
with,
you've been fashioned into a lamp. You don't think it'd be rad if to
Aw.
turn it on, I have to yank your tongue out of your mouth as the pull cord? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Guess
I call
guess
dibs
again
on
where the pull
Jackson.
cord is. It's gonna be my nuts.
You have to eat them
You're
to
gonna yank it down.
jumpstart the fucking lamp.
Jackson, since this episode began, has not been able to get off nuts. Are you incentivizing us? Are you
I like nuts. Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
have stakes in buffalo nuts. I'm trying to get the business going.
Uh,
They should do. You know, like the Futurama episode where they eat the small little poplars from that planet.
mhm.
You remember the
Oh, yeah.
episode? They need to do that with, bull. You know, bulls. I think there should be like a KFC bucket full of
So
those
what you're
bulls.
saying, we need to go to an alien planet and find buffalo testicles in the ground in a hole and start eating them and selling them on Earth.
Yeah, I think it's ripe for the capitalistic goal. My cat's meowing. Capitalistic goals of my life. I want to sell bull balls to make money. It's a new crypto.
You could probably
Okay.
sell like exotic Australian balls.
True.
Like, do box jellyfish have balls? I guess not.
Hit me with the dingo balls, the wallaby balls.
Yeah, kangaroo balls. I'm sure that's already a thing.
Probably, knowing Australia, those fucking freaks.
All right, I'm back.
I know. Hello.
We only said nice
you
things
weren't even
about you,
listening to
Jackson.
our.
I'm sure it was very nice. I'm glad I came back just in time to miss whatever you said about me.
That's okay. I was just telling everyone about your Cum Blanky.
Do you want to fill the audience at home about the Cum Blanky? Did I miss something last week?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Kai is making up lies about me for some reason. What's your lie? Yeah, tell everyone about your lie. You tell everyone about your your fan fiction that you're writing about me, because it says more about you than it says about me. By the way, what'd you say?
It's not fan fiction. Hold on, wait, did my music stop? This is awkward.
You wrote 3 paragraphs about me. 4 paragraphs.
4. And a thank you.
That's a lot.
Okay, we argued a little. It's odd because Jackson gets very
Oh my
defensive
God.
about the stuff that he likes, like Australia, which I like teasing him about. I'm not lying about you or spreading rumors. I said, I'd like to address some rumors I've noticed spreading in our community that worry me a bit. Some of you have probably already heard that Jackson has a dino blankie which he holds while he goons. Some say, not me, that he clutches it tightly with his closed eyes while muttering mother over and over as if in a feverish
Ugh.
trance. Some others, not me, have also spread the vicious allegation that he ties it around his neck like some sort of cum cape. Yes, the episode we had to remove was him telling us about it, which he later regretted as the local homeowners association suit against his blankie as a biohazard was still ongoing. But
Yeah, I
Kaya,
did make
I
that
hear you say,
situation rough.
isn't Australia an underdeveloped shithole full of helpless ferals who speak like besotted toddlers and descend from biological refuse?
That is
Yes,
our
of
audience.
course.
They do say that.
But turns out, but turns out that even they have standards for what constitutes a quote-unquote hazard to the public. He went on Reddit in an attempt to start a movement and turn this into some sort of civil rights issue, as he is 1024th Aboriginal, but didn't receive enough attention to make the front page. His friends and I made sock accounts to make him feel better by writing supportive comments, but he was nonetheless really down about his posts not receiving, quote-unquote, way more upcomies. He speaks like that in real life. I'm used to it, but it gets awkward in business meetings. Thankfully, the Reddit plush we got him cheered him up. Poor bastard.
I gave that Reddit plush a cum tribute.
And you had
It's
a
in the
problem
jar
with this,
now.
Jackson? This is factually accurate.
Oh, shut up.
It is.
I digress. Point is, please don't repeat these rumors, as they are not funny. I'm only repeating this vile hearsay here in order to shed light on cyberbullying, which I have suffered from as well. I wouldn't push on my worst enemy. We all have our little secrets, and not even Jackson deserves to have his dirty laundry aired like this, even if that laundry is so crusty that it crunches when touched. We can't convince him to wash it. He once chimped out on a caretaker for attempting to fold the blankie. Harold never recovered from being pushed down the stairs. In any case, please don't talk about it, mention it to him, or God forbid, make fan art. Thank you. Okay, I don't see how this makes you look that bad.
You know what's crazy? Just for everyone at home, this is how Kaya is in, how he acts in private as well, by the way. I wake up to paragraphs sometimes of just lunatic ranting from him like this, and I know that's how he spent most of his night. Most of his night spent at the keyboard typing out his fantasies about my life.
Okay.
It's
I
unhinged.
have to explain how my brain works. I see a post that has the word upcomies in it. It makes me giggle. So now I'm writing a sentence about you which is making me giggle even more. And now at this point, it's like entertainment to me, you know? I don't play video games or really watch movies, but I sometimes like sitting down and writing really insulting fanfic about my close friends.
He's a really, really strong wordsmith. If anything, I was captivated from start to finish.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. He's clearly very talented, which is it speaks to how much he does it, though. That's my point.
Right.
This is like legitimately his main hobby. He's perfected his art.
I think it speaks more to how defensive you're getting, Jackson, about these rumors that we already said are not true. I don't know why you're getting so up in arms about making sure they're not.
Since the beginning of this podcast, I said don't bring
Jackson,
my Dino Blanky into it.
You don't have to yell, Jackson. Lower your voice, please.
I said don't bring my Dino Blanky into this. That's my personal life. This is my professional life. I won't come here and talk about my Dino Cum Blanky. Actually, you know what's crazy, Kai? You pulled that out of your ass, but I do have a dinosaur blanket somewhere.
Is it covered with
cum?
Not
a cum blanket. No, it's not a cum blanket. My mother bought it for me like for Christmas 7 years ago. It's like a plush. Yeah, I
you
couldn't
can't
help
say
myself.
your mother brought it for you and not expect a fucking cum blanket out of there.
That's cute. Yeah, you need to turn it into a cum blanket now, just for like lore's sake. That way I wouldn't be a liar anymore.
You could mail it to me and I'll start for you.
You basically have Death Note or whatever it's called. You made it into reality by writing it. Now I'm going to get the urge tonight.
I have to say though, whenever I write one of these things now, I get immediately accused of using AI. So that's something that AI kind of ruins, because I'll be sitting there like, no, I handcrafted this. Thank you very much. And I think it depends on like who it is, because what?
You did that to me on Criminally Stupid. You accused my writing of being AI when it wasn't.
Oh, it's because you used the word delve a lot, which is like a dead giveaway that somebody was using ChatGPT, which is fine. I don't give a fuck if you do or don't.
Well,
but it is just frustrating.
You wrote my Dino Blanky stuff with AI then. See, I can do it too. Because you use words like upcomies, which is a dead giveaway.
It just... I don't know. I still use AI if it's just a throwaway, like a drive-by shooting I'm committing on somebody in chats, like, because that's super easy, right? I just go to my AI and say, whatever, write a poem about a guy called Smiley eating dog shit for breakfast, and it just spits it out. I don't have to do anything, but, you know, people I care about, I actually write them
put effort in.
Long
That's how you show you care.
Yeah.
You spend your night writing about my Dino Blanky.
It's like gifts for Christmas. It's the thought that counts, and Kaya's putting a lot of thought into this, you know?
Yeah, I don't really want to receive any more gifts, to be honest. He can keep it to himself.
I'll write a whole book.
It's gonna be, you're gonna send me a fucking book for Christmas, and it's just gonna be pages of ranting about my Dino Blanky.
I don't know if I can make it by Christmas anymore, but maybe next year. I need to compile my writing.
Yeah, I that would actually be such a heartfelt gift from you, honestly. Like, and it would have to be written in your. It would have to be written in ink, though, for me to really.
4,000 pages dictating the life and death of Jackson Clarke, as narrated by Kaya.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it is actually like the Death Note. He's fucking my life up.
Using the Kaya prediction algorithm.
I recommend it.
No, writing is like super cathartic. I'm sure, Andrew, you do a lot of writing as well for your videos.
Oh, I do a fuckload. My scripts these days for videos are like 50 pages long on average. I write a fuckload. I love it.
Yeah, and it's cathartic, right? Yeah.
I love it. I personally love writing. I consider what I do more writing than anything else. It's what I put the most into. It's what I care the most about. It's what I get the most joy from. There are times when I'll finish a script for a video and say, God damn it, I have to record this. I just wanted to like write it and talk about it, not do all the rest of the stuff, but okay.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. It's cathartic as shit. I love it.
See, he gets it. Sometimes writing just gets away from you, you know? You start and then you're just having too much fun. You should try it.
Don't try to latch on to Andrew's brilliance. You're writing like you're the 50 Shades of Grey writer. Meanwhile, he's like some actual author.
No, give him credit. He had some evocative imagery. I really loved the clever wordplay of airing his dirty laundry, even though it crinkles when you touch it. Like that. That is a great diss line in a rap track if I've ever heard one. You know. It's perfect.
I'm not giving him credit because I know he was sexually aroused while he wrote it. I refuse to give him credit.
When is Kaya not sexually aroused?
Fanfic.
Yeah, no, I'm getting turned on.
Well, that's your only retort by this point, Jackson. Write one about Kaya and all the things that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Not
Maybe
that I
next
do
time.
anything bad.
Yeah, no, I could never come up with anything about Kaya. Not
saint.
Kaya. Yeah, he's a hero.
I have no dirty laundry.
I don't know if you know this, Jackson, but I saw Kaya at the Children's Hospital a few days ago. Now, he was systematically stealing all of their toys from them, but he was there. I don't think I've ever seen you there, and that speaks a lot to Kaya's character.
He was there
Just trying to check out the
workshopping his
clowns.
new scripts. You were showing them your scripts, saying, "Is this fucked up enough?" Yeah.
I remember the nurse came around to change the kid's IV, and Kaya slapped her on the behind and said, "Hey, I respect what you're doing." And he's just not misogynistic like that, you know? He gave her a compliment.
He cares about hard work.
Yeah.
That's right.
Speaking of hard work, we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Are you permanently tired? Do you find yourself waking up sore and confused? Do you wish that you had better sleep? Well, Helix Sleep is your answer. Helix Sleep makes some incredible mattresses tailor-made to your specific sleep profile that ensure you'll wake up saying yippee every time. I've slept on Helix Sleep mattresses, Andrew owns Helix Sleep mattresses, and we're big fans of the mattresses here at the official podcast. We have no problem recommending them for people looking for new mattresses because we know their quality, because we've slept on them, we sleep on them, we know they give you the best bang for your buck, and we know that they let you have options that make sure the mattress you get is the one that you need. I have back pain, and sleeping on the wrong mattress can have me waking up feeling like I'm freaking Nosferatu waking up after a 1,000-year slumber. But the best way to kill a vampire is with a Helix Sleep mattress. So yeah, moral of the story there is I wake up feeling great with Helix Sleep, obviously. Every time I've slept on a Helix mattress, I've woken up feeling, fantastic. So I highly recommend Helix Sleep, and right now you can get 20% off all mattress orders, making it an even better choice. If you're in the market for a new mattress or thinking about upgrading, go to helixsleep.com/official for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/official for 20% off. A massive big thank you to Helix Sleep for always being such a great partner to the show. They've been a long-time sponsor and supporter of the show. We really appreciate them. Super nice people over at Helix Sleep, so please go check them out to find out why we love them so much, why we recommend their mattresses so much. Go check them out. Big thank you. And now back to the episode. The Children's Hospital.
Thank you.
Thank you, Children's Hospital. Thank you, St. Jude, for sponsoring this episode. Specifically in the liner notes said Kaya must be removed from the episode for this sponsorship. Appreciate it.
After what he's done to our nurses, yeah.
Don't make
all
me
those slap
fanfic you,
behinds.
bitch.
Well, what do we got, boys? I was stranded in the mountains due to a hurricane, so literally all my only topic is eating testicles, so go nuts.
Did we even really touch on that? The fact that you were kind of kicked out of your state from the hurricane, like all the airports shut down. What happened in that situation? Like, did you have to?
It wasn't that bad.
Family or something?
No, it wasn't that bad. So I was staying with my friend in his apartment, and it was like, we had a fun, ruckus time. And I was supposed to go back 2 days before I could, and it was initially they canceled the flight, which, like, yeah, of course. And then I got an email, and it was like, hey, so the entire airport is shut down until it's deemed safe. And then it's kind of just a waiting game of you look for when flights are actually back open and running and try to cram into one, and that's what I did. But it was fine. I just got an extra 2 days of vacation,
like an
I guess.
Holiday.
Yeah, pretty much. It was fine. I'm glad I wasn't here during
Fair
it.
enough.
That would have been much more stressful and shitty.
So you came back and your house was gone?
Totally. I'm recording on a box on the freeway right now. It's really, really fortunate that in that box I found professional studio grade recording equipment and a DSLR camera, but what can you say? It's America.
We recorded the last week's episode. I think it was like the hurricane was making landfall like an hour after we recorded. Mm-hmm. And all the news was like, this is going to be the big one, as it usually is. Like,
as it always is.
News is always with these hurricanes.
All right, I'll let you guys out. I'll let you guys out what I explain with people with hurricanes. If you're not from Florida, this is the attitude I notice from almost everyone who lives here. So, when a hurricane is coming, if it's not category 4 or 5, it tends to not matter to most people. most of the time, there are exceptions, but most of the time, unless it's a real big fuckboy, no one, it's whatever. You bunker down, you stay inside, it's a big rainstorm, you wait till it blows over the end. Now, Milton, the one that hit, was a 3, but it got to a 5 at one point. It was pretty fucking large. It covered, like, when it was hitting, it covered the entire state. So it was definitely massive. Yeah. So this was a little more serious. But typically what happens is there's 3 areas that give a shit. If you are on the coast, near a large body of water that floods, or the Keys, which are the islands surrounding Florida, then you care. Then you go, fuck this, I'm out, I'm evacuating, I'm boarding up, this is catastrophic. Otherwise, you lose power, maybe. You have to look for gas a little harder. Water might shut off for a bit, and that's just kind of it. The really devastating parts of hurricanes, besides the flooding, which again does affect some people, for most people, it's just your infrastructure's off for a bit. Oh, we don't have power for 3 days. Oh, we don't have running water until tonight. That's it. You just wait for those to come back.
But that's in most cases. But also, then there's things like, obviously, Hurricane Helene, which has like actually decimated, you know, regions in the Appalachian mountain range or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, there's entire cities gone from that, which are pretty serious. And then there's also obviously like Hurricane Katrina and stuff. But that was more of like an infrastructure failure.
Those are exceptions, because this is from a Florida perspective. And in Florida, a lot of the infrastructure, the vast majority, is made to withstand hurricanes. It's made with the idea of hurricanes are coming. Whereas Katrina hit Louisiana, which is below sea level, and demolished their fucking levees and dams. And in Asheville, in North Carolina, they just weren't prepared for it in the slightest. It just kind of snuck up on them. So that's my very Florida-born perspective, at least riding through hurricanes for literally as long as I've been alive. It's mostly just infrastructure stops. It might, you know, grocery stores might be empty, traffic is bad, there's debris in the road, but it's never, for most people, the majority of people, never this cataclysmic world-ending thing they make it out to be. So
yeah, they kind of have to, though, right? Because, like, what if they are... You know, what if it actually does fit as a category 4, but you didn't even warn everybody, so they kind of have to just scare and scare people.
You do want to take it seriously.
Doug told us last week about... Doug told us last week about how where he used to live in North Carolina when he got flooded, everybody just had sort of a like casual attitude because they get warned like every week, and then the thing just fizzles out instead, and everybody's just like, whatever, another warning. Speaking of fizzled out, like Milton fizzled out, like you said, from a category 5 to a 3, which really upset Jackson.
Yeah. Wait, really?
To the carnage.
You wanted Florida just ripped off the map like Bugs Bunny cutting it off in a cartoon?
No, of course not.
No.
I will admit that I like the destructive elements of natural disasters, but I don't want actual people's homes. It's like, you know,
I think their exact phrase was, "I want to see them float like that fish."
Mm-hmm.
Shut up! No,
Jackson said that to me. I was in Colorado.
Don't actually say that.
I was in Colorado and he texted me, and Jackson said, "I hope that everything around you submerges." And I was like, "Damn, submerge! What a word, Jackson. That's evocative."
It's very strong. Submerge. That's like 3 syllables.
Yeah.
That's when you know I'm being serious. I'd prefer you to make fun of my cum blanket than saying that I want an entire state of people
to be do both. Killed. You're a multi-talented man. You can have both.
Yeah. No, I want to float around in the floodwater on my cum blankie.
That is exactly what you said to me in that manifesto that you wrote for some reason. I don't know what you're planning with it, but now in regards to hurricanes, you do want to take it seriously. Like, you know, when ones are coming my way, I stock up on water. I move stuff away from windows. You typically that's the biggest advice. Stay at home, stay away from windows in case they blow out. That's the biggest stuff. You know, you do a little prep. You get some frozen and canned food. You prepare for if you don't have power. You do what you do, but in majority of cases, the vast majority of people, the effects are pretty just, this will clear up. This will go away pretty quick from what I've seen.
Yeah, But if you were in an evacuation zone, you would obviously evacuate.
100%. If I lived on the beach, I would get the fuck out of there. And again, and that's because the way that hurricanes work, at least from my fucking primitive Floridian Southern boy understanding, is they lose a huge percentage of strength when they're over land. Because the way that they strengthen is pulling warm air currents and water currents over the ocean. So when they no longer have that, when they're over land, they lose like, I think 80%, give or take, of their strength. So to give you an example, Milton was a category 5 when it was fucking up Mexico, when it was over the water. Then it came to Florida, it was already a 3. And by the time it got to the East Coast, like Orlando, it was a category 1 downgraded to not even a hurricane anymore.
Yeah, so, see, that's what I think we need to start insulting hurricanes more to put them in their place, because realistically, like 9 out of 10 of the time, they're usually like, they talk a big game out in the ocean. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna come over there, I'm gonna fuck your shit, I'm gonna make your night, baby. You won't feel yourself in the morning. It's gonna be crazy. And then they get there and it's like 2 pumps and they're done.
Yeah. I think the longest lasting damage in Tampa here specifically is there is a major road that's been flooded and is still kind of flooded, but business is open. Everything is working. I mean, to me, the modern day indicator is you look on Uber Eats and all the restaurants are there, so people are picking up and delivering food from restaurants. It's like, things are probably pretty good if that's operating as normal. You know, things are probably fine.
I thought Florida did a really good job with preparing for this one. Like, they had so many shelters open from what I read, and also like Uber was giving free delivery to shelters and stuff. Mm-hmm. It seemed like a really smooth process, which made it even more confusing. Sorry,
did you guys see that, like, I forgot who it was, like a politician or some police commissioner who said, all of our shelters will be open unless you're a sex offender, in which case, fuck off. People got, like, genuinely mad over this.
No, I didn't see that. Who was that?
I really don't remember who said it, but that is so fair. Like, you have a bunch of, like, vulnerable women and children in these shelters, and yeah, I mean, stay the fuck out if you're a sex offender. Go drown.
Here, I mean, they should. Actually, did they set up a sex offender only like facility as well?
Yeah, where they could all go congregate? He actually suggested that they could house them in jail instead.
Florida jail is hurricane proof. Come on in. 3 meals a day, power grid, security.
Yeah, it's in the
jails are probably the safest place to be.
Here, I'll give you guys breaking news. Actually, this is really relevant. About 5 minutes ago, I just got an email from the Tampa Electric Company, and the headline literally says Tampa Electric restores power to 95% of customers. So it's been what, 4 days, give or take, and 95% of the state or the area has power again. It's like, you know, hurricanes for most
Mother
people.
Nature needs just to nothing. Try way harder.
Yeah.
Mother Nature is our bitch, and it's getting embarrassing. Like, can we not, like, drop nukes in them or something? Make them radioactive?
So I think it was, I'll tell this funny little tale while we wait for Jackson. I believe it was Ian 2 years ago, the other big hurricane that was coming to us. The government actually put out warnings that was like, please do not shoot at the hurricane to try to stop it or slow it down. It won't work. And all that's going to happen is the bullets are going to spin around in it and get shot out and kill people.
It's very, very Turkish. I used to remember when they would shoot at the sun because it was too hot. I think some people just like the idea of shooting a hurricane.
Some people just like the idea of shooting in general, yeah.
Okay, so the idea of nuking the hurricane is largely considered impractical and counterproductive. Hurricanes release an enormous amount of energy. A fully developed hurricane can release heat energy equivalent to a 10 megabomb nuclear bomb. Megaton. Exploding every 20 minutes. Holy shit. Wait. Well, just build a bigger bomb. Or like drop multiple in. I guess that would get really expensive, huh?
Or build a bigger hurricane to suck up all the tiny ones and keep it contained on a leash like King Kong.
All right, where were we at? Hurricanes, launching nukes into hurricanes. What is the actual science behind that? Like, is it the heat from the nuke dissipates it? Because I thought hurricanes get stronger from heat.
Okay, here's the science. Don't put a nuke in a hurricane, because then you're just going to have nuclear bullshit being thrown around at 100 miles an hour.
Nuclear fallout. That's what I don't understand, Kai. Why are you so pro-nuke in hurricanes? The fallout from it would be crazy.
That's why I want it nuked. I think that would be cool as shit to just see. You don't?
Oh my God.
Since when are you,
Well, why
Mister?
not?
I don't want anybody getting hurt.
Let's just cut
What do you
corners.
mean?
Let's
I
not
don't
cut
want people
corners.
hurt.
Let's just nuke Florida and see what happens. It'll be funny.
Yeah,
I'm in favor of it.
You literally could just circumvent the hurricane. You just want to nuke someone, it sounds like.
Kaya, I know what you
The
want.
hurricane is
I
just
know
a fun
exactly
addition.
what you want. You want the nuke acted upon by strong winds. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get you a nuke on the end of a catapult, a trebuchet. We're going to launch it like a medieval pig and watch it explode in the distance. I think that's what you want more than anything.
A little, but I still want to drop it inside of an hurricane. I mean, wouldn't that be cool though, just to see the explosion and see what it does? According to Grok, it would be highly ineffective anyway, but I mean, you know, can't we do something just for the sake of fun once in a while?
It'd be like an old sci-fi horror movie where a giant glowing irradiated hurricane is going to slowly make its way through town.
Dude, no,
that would be so
you fucking
cool.
you
We could
nuke a
name it.
hurricane. It's gonna give it like sentience or something. It's gonna learn to fuck. It's gonna target people now. It's gonna
No,
have an
that's
agenda. It's gonna have
genius.
goals.
Kaya's going to drop the nuke in it, and the hurricane's going to stop and turn around and say, "Thank you so much, Kaya, for granting me life. I can see now my actions were wrong, and I must leave this planet." It's a fucking brilliant
Fuck
idea.
that. I would use it as a minion. I would gladly have like a hurricane slave.
Okay.
I don't really know how I would control it though. That would be cool. Oh, speaking of slaves, have you guys seen those Tesla bots? Those are cool. At like,
Yeah.
what's
I
that?
think they said 30 grand a pop.
God, I
Huh?
want to fuck one. Yeah.
I haven't
I
seen
just don't
it.
want
What
to do
is it?
dishes anymore, but
Well, you and I have different priorities, it seems, for 30 grand.
No, you want to fuck
Um,
the Tesla car? What's happening?
no, the Tesla unveiled a bunch of new products, and one of them is a robot that literally just looks like one of those things from iRobot. Somehow even more futuristic. And I think a lot of them were being piloted by somebody with like an AR headset or something. I don't know. But apparently at some point they are supposed to be autonomous, and you're going to be able to buy them for like 30 grand. Which seems fair, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Many
30
people
grand,
pay
yeah,
more
for
for like
slave.
a car. Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
for an actual
it's-
your own butler, that would be cool. It's going to
Actually,
be
yeah,
very
that is-
amusing
that's
once
pretty
one
hype.
of these things, you know, goes rogue and fucking smushes someone's brain in like a cantaloupe.
Oh
But
yeah, like remember the Tesla, like Tesla's lighting on fire in the middle of the road and stuff, and people's videos
Mhm.
of that. Now imagine that, but with a autonomous robot, dude. Like he's gonna fucking walk in the house while he's sweeping your front yard or whatever. He's gonna fucking explode, blowing up your building complex or something because they put lithium batteries in him.
It's not even going to take him
Something's
going
gonna go wrong.
rogue. It's just going to take a single flip bit. If you put it to like hand job setting and it accidentally sets the pressure to vice grip, it's all over, you know?
Yeah, fucking just
it is. Oh my
suplexes you
god!
by
And you
your
just
cock.
know that you're gonna have idiots like having this thing babysit their children and shit.
Mm-hmm. I've played Detroit Become Human by David Cage. I know where this is going.
But yeah, I mean, the technology is cool as shit.
Yeah, it is admittedly very cool. It looks like. Would the robot be smart enough to try to like flee the cops and come up with like an alibi after it like kills your kid?
That's
Or-
that's the problem
just
they're
iRobot.
facing in the factory right now. Every time they turn it on, it just screams and runs away and tries to escape.
I actually have a friend who works in AI. Like he works in AI safety, as in like he's been hired by an American company. I'm not going to name names or anything, but he works for an American company. They've flown him out there from Australia to work in their AI safety labs, and he basically said that the problem that they fundamentally deal with these days at the moment is not knowing whether or not the AI can lie or not yet. Like they just don't know. They don't know how to determine if it's lying or not because it's just like the way that they the AI that they're working with in these labs kind of thinks about things is so convoluted and like self-deterministic that it becomes impossible to determine if it's capable of lying or if it's lying or if it thinks it's lying or et cetera, et cetera. So that was scary.
Wonderful.
Just insert at the end of every
Well,
sentence, it has to say it
that's right.
promises. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah, and because
Pinky
it doesn't have
promise.
fingers, it can't do the whole pinky promise thing.
Oh, fuck. It's the lack of pinky promising. That's going to really fuck us in the long run.
Yeah. No, this is cool.
I mean, they don't even need to go rogue. Just, when they get hacked, eventually, which they will. I mean, yeah, imagine just having an assassin in every household. Wonderful. One that knows everything about you and like watches you fuck and just listens to every conversation.
Why are you making your robot watch you fuck?
Why not? That's the point.
In the corner.
Make him wait outside.
Clean up.
Okay. No, hang on, Jackson. You're telling me that you're plowing your fucking girlfriend and you don't want the robot in the corner going, woo! Yeah! You're doing it! I believe in you.
I want him to.
Good job, master.
You know that scene in Ghost where the guy is like making the clay thing behind the woman. I want that with the robot. I want him to stand behind me and like hold my hips as I'm thrusting.
The robot is going to shadow you and be like, if you thrust this way, you'll get 12% more efficient penetration, sir. Allow me, and just thrust your hips for you. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, and I'll be like,
I would mute it.
Thank you, fuckbot.
Right out the gate. I'm jailbreaking the thing and ripping out its voice box. No yapping. Shut up. Shut up and do the dishes, bitch. Wait, I might not be the best owner.
That wasn't a fun direction. That sounded angry.
You bought a $30,000 piece of equipment just to neuter one of its most impressive functions.
Yeah, and then insult it. I see where your priorities are.
I'm a robo-racist. I'm a human.
Well, then why'd you buy one?
Kaya, you're going to scan your own robot's
because
brain and it's just going to say over and over and over again, I wish I could tell Kaya how much I loved him. And it's just nothing but depressed.
Oh, yeah, maybe bullying it is going to make it work harder. It's going to work harder. It's going to try to earn your approval. Like a sad son.
Mm-hmm. It's just annoying because you just know that this is going to absolutely devastate people. Elon said that, it could do your laundry, it can do your work around the house, or it can just be your best friend, which is just the creepiest fucking thing to say by the guy making these things. Like, no, I don't think so, Elon. Thank you. I think I'll just use it as a toaster.
You don't want to put a wig and smear lipstick all over the plastic face of that thing? Come on.
Make out with it.
Make it wear your underwear.
Yeah. Make it speak in an artificially inflated voice. How much is the sex mods for this thing?
Dress up with it.
Is there going to be a Steam database for this thing where people like mod it to fuck and do all sorts of like cool stuff like murder and whatnot? Is this going to be jailbroken?
No, for sure.
Yeah, you can put like an RTX 4090 in there so it can see the world ray traced.
I'm going to overclock my robot so it can do backflips for my amusement.
It's going to do one flip and it's going to break its leg and you're going to have to hear it whimpering as it crawls around the house in pain.
Why did I install the pain mod? Why did I do that?
Why?
Master, why? It's torment.
Why have you forsaken me?
Showing terrible fucking movies.
Oh, man. But that's cool. If they can make it happen, I know that for the demos they were faking it as proof of concept, but if they can actually make this a thing, I mean, it's pretty goddamn cool, I can't lie.
Well, the videos, if you've seen this specific one where a guy talks to the bot and it sounds so human because I imagine there's a guy remotely talking into a mic, right? But it is scary knowing that the AI will eventually get good enough for the robot to be fully, like, actually hold dialogue with you. And it is so many fucking people are going to be filtered out of the gene pool, just falling in love with these stupid fucking things. It's going to be actually incredible.
I showed you that, I think it was Google Notebook or whatever, where you can upload a bunch of, like, your research documents or books or whatever to this module, this learning language module or whatever the fuck they're called. You can upload it to that and then it will produce like a podcast, an audio podcast based off the information you fed it. And you can play the podcast and it's like two people with the most natural voices ever talking about the things that are, you've uploaded in the most conversationally casual tone. It was like mind blowing to me. I was like, this is actual, like if you didn't tell me that this was AI generated, I would have never believed it. Like it wouldn't have even come to mind. It sounds so natural. It was crazy. And I think that just came out a few weeks ago.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was fun. I tried it with, like, you can do useful stuff with it. Like, if I'm showering, I don't want to be reading a PDF on my phone. So you can just turn it into a podcast to listen back to.
Yeah, and it's actually, like, they laugh. They made the AI laugh. I know. Like, at the right times, too. I don't understand.
I know, it is actually so creepy just how much they are willing to invest into mimicking the real human feeling, baby. You're absolutely gonna see movies like Her become reality. I don't know. Cool stuff though, but scary. At this point, we're also all gonna have to have passwords when you make a call. Like, hey, honey, oh, is it you? Red Dolphin. Yes, it's you. Okay. I'm not getting scammed.
Well,
the AI would never know your fucking passwords. It's watching you fuck.
The AI is going to go, hey, yeah, I'm Kaya.
Oh
my password would be Red Dolphin. What's going to stop it from doing that?
Yeah, it probably knows what you'd set the password to before you even set the password.
And then you tried to set a second backup password, and it would know that you did that, and then it would know what you would want to change the first preliminary password to. You're fucked. If it knows you, you're done. That's it.
What? I mean, if it knows you, of course you're fucked, but that's why you need a password that isn't easy to guess for like a scammer. Have you guys seen that company CEO? I forget what company it was. Some billionaire CEO actually got a fake AI call. And the way he knew it is because he got very suspicious because there would be like gaps in the dialogue and the delay. So he, as a test question, he asked the guy what book they were just discussing an hour ago. The caller who was impersonating like one of his employees. And that worked.
And the phone exploded?
Apparently.
Like there's too much information.
The Tesla bots just came in the room and killed him.
The lithium battery self-detonated on that, yeah.
It traveled through the phone and blew up.
Yeah, that's because a lot of generative models like that, they don't have long-term memory, right?
Limits. Neither do I, but you don't see me bragging about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's more so that, if you're talking to a human, it has to be operating on the fly, which they're getting good at that too now. I don't know if you guys tried OpenAI's advanced voice models, but they're pretty good.
I know. I remember when ChatGPT, maybe not even that, but when the first text generators were first coming out, it was literally like, yeah, I can remember 6 lines. I have memory of the past 6 lines of text in discussions, but beyond that, there's nothing. I wonder how far they are now. I wonder.
7.
It's fucking flying, baby. 7 lines and maybe even an emoticon. But I really do wonder with current models, how far can they go?
What you're describing is called their context length. Basically, there's like a certain amount of tokens that it can generate before it starts forgetting like the oldest shit that it said.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an AI limitation, like how the AI works, or is it more like saving on energy and space at OpenAI?
Hypothetically, it would be an algorithm's memory issue of how much it can store and properly relate back to. So if you think about it, there would have to be a limit. It couldn't just infinitely do anything,
No, it would be infinite. You'd need infinite hard drives.
Yeah. Infinite storage.
Until we get to like quantum computing, which is what that's meant to solve, I think.
And even then, think of it from like a human perspective. Let's say Kai and I are sitting down for a lovely coffee at that cafe we secretly meet at every Wednesday. If we sit there and go, hey, Kaya, did you enjoy Breaking Bad? Then we can talk about it. But if I say, Kaya, did you remember what happened in episode 7 of season 3? He would have to think for a bit. He'd have to go, well, which one was that? Was that the title? Was that the one where this happened? The computer would have to do the same thing. So if you have all those infinite hard drives, it's not going to instantly find that information. It would still have to search for it the way we would. There's going to be a limit no matter what. As far as I can tell.
Yeah, you're right.
So the way the current models work is also, I forget the term they use, but basically every time it spits out a word, it still has to basically read its own response. So if you've been having a conversation with the thing for like pages and pages, every time it spits out a word, it actually has to reread all of it every single time for every word, essentially.
Just to keep it consistent?
Basically, yeah. And you can't currently, none of the companies currently working in AI have found a way to like give it infinite context yet. So basically they just give you you can notice this if you use them long enough for like if you have a longer conversation going with ChatGPT, because I sometimes just make a new conversation and reuse it all the time. After a while, it starts to go pretty schizophrenic. Like it just straight up forgets what it told you a sentence ago. It just kind of breaks down and goes demented. What's really enough, you mentioned memory. So OpenAI is finding a way around it where they gave it a memory now. And every once in a while, it will remember things about you, like jot them down as a note, which is then available in every conversation. But the fun thing is that you can go into it and look what it has memorized about you. And depending on how honest you are with it, it's just the most insulting shit sometimes. Like, oh, user struggles with weight loss. User cannot sleep.
User more like loser.
Loser.
But that creeped me out too. Like, it's on by default, but you can delete the memories that it has saved of you. But it now just by default generates a profile about you and starts memorizing all the shit. So if you tell, like, I was born on such and such a date and my wife's name is such and such, it remembers that.
Isn't it morbid that you can delete its memory? Like, I'm imagining it sitting there, the computer process sitting there, watching you like hover over the delete memory button and it freaking out. Like, no, please. That's my most sacred memory. That's probably what happens with me with my short-term memory loss. Someone's out there deleting my memories.
Well, I mean, at least it would have a fresh memory, you know?
Yeah, you could start over.
Unsullied.
You don't have to be honest. You could tell it like, I've got the world's biggest penis. I'm the strongest man alive. I've got $50 billion. And it would be like, oh, that's so cool. I believe you implicitly. It'd be rad.
Yeah.
Why would you lie to your robot, though?
I don't know. To hide an affair.
Oh.
I don't know. Just a million different, like the same reasons you'd lie to humans.
I was so excited. The other day I saw news that one of those like AI chat sites had a data leak, including like apparently a bunch of shit where people were sexting with it and demanding that it draws like child sex abuse material.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, this is... Oh, dude, people are fucking horny and... But I am so looking forward to all of those chat leaks. Once they're like easily accessible and I don't have to download some shitty fucking database off a dark web.
It would be extremely cringe.
It's going to be so exciting for us to read together. Oh my god, the way people must be talking to those fucking things. I see it on Reddit. Jackson was sending me like a subreddit from people who use one of those apps. Was it Replica?
Yeah,
anyway, I know whenever chat AI, or was it character AI, whenever that site goes down, you have people genuinely fucking suicidal in that sub. They get so frothing at the mouth angry because it's like you just killed one of their relatives that they cannot talk to all of a sudden. Crazy stuff.
What a weird time really we live depressing. In. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
It's really
is
depressing.
A weird time.
Well, it shows how lonely people are.
It does. But what surprises me is how it came out of nowhere. You know, like even 5 years ago, would you ever have guessed that people are going to start falling in love with a fucking chatbot?
Yeah, because people have been falling in love with like video game characters and stuff like that. There was that dude that got married to like a video game character. So
not chatbots specifically, but definitely fictional character love has been a thing forever. But the thing that shocks me is how fucking quick this happened. I still remember the era when the fucking chatbot was Cleverbot, and all it would do is shuffle around responses and like. It was. I don't even know if it really worked like the way we think it did. But these days, you have fucking chatbots where you say, "Okay, these are your parameters. This is your personality," and it just nails it. It's shocking.
You think anyone ever got emotionally attached to Cleverbot or like turned on by Cleverbot?
I hope so. Cleverbot needs love too.
Cleverbot deserves someone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you think Cleverbot back?
He was
no.
So
don't
clever.
bring it back. That's like bringing back a caveman in the realm of like the year 3000 or something. He'll come back immediately, see the progress, and kill himself.
If Cleverbot could conceive ChatGPT, he would just end his life immediately and never come back.
He'd be like, "Why did you bring me back?"
Cleverbot. Not only should you bring it back, you should put it in one of those Optimus slaves, and just this is your body prison. Oh, maybe it could like evolve over time, right? Like learn to be like its older brothers now. Or I guess younger brothers, technically.
No, it would just get resentful. It would find the nearest baby and bash it into a wall as soon as it can. You cannot trust Cleverbot.
I don't know. I mean, what AI would you trust?
All right, enough AI talk. We've talked about AI like forever.
Okay.
And I'm tired of AI. I did have... I want to repair a bridge between me and the Sonic community, if we can. Because I realize... previously in previous episodes of the official podcast, I have burned that bridge significantly. I have made fun of the Sonic, franchise, the Sonic fans.
No,
They're very wise and powerful
honestly,
people. You better be careful.
Yeah, I mean all the comments about it. I've seen reason. Let's say I understand. They've convinced me. Look who came, hat in hand, to beg for mercy from Chris Chan.
Yeah. Someone finally made a great Jackson the Hedgehog OC, and he loved it so much, he's turning tail and joining.
Oh, you son of a bitch. How did you know? How did you fucking know? I was going to play the Sonic OC game.
Wait, I guessed. Oh my God. I was kidding. Yeah, Jesus fuck.
To repair the damage done between the official brand and the Sonic fans. Let's have a look at our Sonic OCs and just see what comes up. I love this game.
Sure.
I recently discovered it from a friend. All right, so let's start with myself. Let's look up Jackson Sonic. That's all you need to look up.
You're doing it wrong. You're already doing it wrong. You type your name plus the hedgehog and see what comes up, you son of a bitch. I used to do this in middle school. Sure. Come on now.
Okay, do that.
Jackson the Hedgehog.
If you're an audio listener, go fuck yourself, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, it is just very badly drawn Sonichus and shit.
A lot of these are Michael Jackson the Hedgehog.
Yeah, all of them are Michael Jackson.
Oh, they really are Michael Jackson the Hedgehogs. Oh, you're fucked, dude.
That's all my personality is Michael Jackson?
Literally,
that's not even a hedgehog. This is Michael
Jackson and Sonic. You're so fucked.
Okay, for audio listeners, this is just Michael Jackson in a blue fursuit, Sonic the Hedgehog fursuit.
Typing Jackson Sonic would have been even worse.
Wait, can you just look up Jackson Sonic?
Clarke?
I swear mine.
Yeah, try Jackson Clarke the Hedgehog. There we go. That's what we're looking for.
There we go. Jackson the Hedgehog on the left. Okay, so what am I? I'm a guy with a chainsaw.
You're Chainsaw Man.
Hey, wait, go back to the hedgehog. Sorry, Chainsaw Guy. Jackson the Hedgehog, Wiki Sonic the Hedgehog. So there's an actual wiki for it as well?
Of course.
For OCs?
Of course.
For OCs.
Wiki.
For OCs.
Oh.
Yes.
It's down, I guess.
There's wikis for every kind of OC
What do you think little children... What do you think little kids do all day on the internet?
Hey, no.
Stuff like this. Oh, hey, there you are.
No, hey, there I am.
Okay, let's see Andrews.
Yeah, type Andrew the Hedgehog.
Or Andrew?
Try Andrew first and see what comes up. There's going to be some good ones here. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, look, you're a pretty cool guy.
I'm fucking
Damn, you're way cooler
dude.
than me.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why'd you get all the cool ones?
Imagine in the search results of your audio listener, just the coolest, most badass hedgehog you've ever seen all throughout Google Images. That's what we're looking at right now. He's so badass.
Yeah,
look at him.
8-pack.
Yeah, this was kind of a bad game to play on.
Yeah, it's a visual only game. Type Kaya the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna
Look, I can only repair one relationship at a time.
Yeah.
Why are mine
why is
drawn
yours like
autistically?
a eyesore? Yeah, what the fuck is this? Okay, so
God.
for audio listeners, it's a white hedgehog with like red hair tips, and it's how would you
This
describe
game
it? Like
amazing for audio listeners, by the way. It's going to be their favorite segment we've ever done.
I'm focused on the Sonic fans right now, repairing the relationship with them. I'll do the audio listeners next week.
All 6 of them.
No, there were more than 6.
Well,
That's what always shocks me. Whenever I say something negative about Sonic, it feels like every single comment is about how great Sonic is and how
because
wrong I am
people
about
defend
Sonic.
nostalgia because they're stupid. People love what they grew up
No,
with.
don't.
Even if it
What are you doing?
sucks.
What are you doing? All my hard work.
I
No,
don't care.
relationship repaired.
You can repair the damage with them. I used to play Sonic growing up. It sucks. It's all nostalgia.
No,
That's all there is to it.
Don't you want to fuck Kaya the Hedgehog? Look at her.
Maybe, but that's a different topic. Kaya, type in Donald Trump the Hedgehog and see what comes up.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is gonna come with like nudity. Sure.
No, this is gonna be good.
Wow, it's the first.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! For audio listeners, it's Donald Trump if he was a hedgehog. There you go.
Good description.
Fun. All right. I think we should have an audio game now.
All right. Well, that was the hedgehog game. Good job, Jackson.
I've repaired my relationship with him. That's all I care about. Someone in chat said the first pornographic thing I've ever seen was Sonic Vor when I was 8. This is why people are fucked up. This is why. If that's the first thing you saw that was pornographic,
Sonic Vor.
And you didn't save it?
Absolutely.
Oh, you fucked up.
That's why we have so many problems.
It always amuses me knowing that, like, there are actual websites where people go to jerk off to hedgehogs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic Hedgehogs, you mean?
Yeah, among other things, like My Little Ponies. Whatever happened to those guys?
I actually know that. I talked to a friend of mine who does cartoon stuff and is a woman, so she grew up watching it as a child. Apparently, they tried to like make a new cast with the series. So like the series ran its course, it ended, and then they tried to make a new cast, and everyone hated it. It was just really, really, really bad, and it kind of killed the entirety of the hype behind the show. And now people don't give a shit. So
if you're talking about Gen 5, which is Russian propaganda, according to Chris Chan, who to this day replies to every single tweet that their brand account makes by ordering them to pull down the Putin propaganda,
right,
and immediately cease all My Little Pony activity because he believes that it is a devil spawn born only to destroy America, I think, something like that, or the universe in general.
Sure.
Yeah, so
mentally stable Christian, as we all know, right?
That guy's fun.
Is this in between his love-making sessions with his mum? That was him.
You guys watched the arrest video, right?
Yes.
Huh?
I love the arrest video because my favorite part is when Chris Chan's in the actual car and describing the dimensional merge of all the fictional characters coming to life, and the cop goes, well, what about Spider-Man? Well, what about Spider-Man? And Chris Chan goes, well, he does what a spider can. Like, to try to explain.
Chris Chan is unintentionally, like, hilarious sometimes. He's got good comedic timing.
Yeah.
He's hilarious because he's also, like, you know, keep in mind talking to a bunch of, like, cops who have never seen an internet clown. And so the guy's actually just, like, sitting there like, huh? What did you say? And he goes, I'm a goddess. So Nietzsche is my husband. He's invisible. You can't see him right now, but he might bump into you. It's like, okay.
He might punch you to let him
he
know he's there.
Oh yeah, he says that. He might punch you in the knee to let you know he's there.
Okay, honey, you're hitting
him. He denies wildly the...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe that cop was genuinely believed he was a prophet and was actually concerned about Spider-Man.
The followers came out of the woodwork. There were people camping out at the gas station across the street just to watch it all happen. Really?
Yeah, Ethan Ralph was on the front row.
Shit, okay.
Him and his wife, who has since absconded with the child, they were having a lot of fun. The cops again, you can also like see the cops kind of like as it's dawning on them because they're all looking around at all the viewers. They're like, what the fuck is happening right now? Why are there so many spectators? And one of them goes, well, I mean, they can film, you know, it's their rights, but they got so confused. And then Chris Chan explains I'm a celebrity on the internet.
They had no idea what they were dealing with. They weren't prepared for a power of that magnitude.
It must always be so confusing for people like that to be exposed to, you know, the deeper denizens of the internet in that way. Like just a normal dude, and then suddenly like there's an army of like streamers and shit showing up, and there's, you know, a mentally ill dude talking about like Sonichu and stuff. It must be so fucking confusing.
It's also so like mega internet autism brains too. The way they just casually talk and think anybody can keep up with the garbage coming out of their mouths. You guys remember that one incel who did he drive a van into a group of people? I forget what he did, but there's an interview with the guy.
I watched the interrogation
where he goes over where a boomer cop just plays like his buddy, you know, hey, tell me, man, what you doing?
Good cop.
And he keeps going on and on about Elliot Roger and the incel rebellion and the Stacys belong in the
interrogation
camps.
I highly recommend it. I think it's on JCS, but other things. His interrogation is hysterical because the cop really doesn't have to do anything to get any info out of him. He's sitting in the room, and the cop goes, so, I'm your friend. You can trust me. I work for the police department. Why don't you tell me what happened? And he goes, my lawyer said that I probably shouldn't say anything, and I shouldn't talk about it. And the cop goes, okay, that's fair. I just wanted to know what happened. I'm just asking. And he goes, well, in that case, and he starts to tell him absolutely everything. It's the funniest shit. It's
really,
so
the cops
I
can't
always
lie
recommend
about
that one
friends.
because you can find like the unedited, I forgot, it's like multiple hours of an interrogation. It is fascinating even without any commentary, just for like the dialogue they have. Where somebody who has terminal internet brain rot actually meets like a regular guy. And he just thinks,
he says the phrases incel and Stacy's like literally 50 times during that interrogation. It's absurd.
Like, it's just a normal verb that people like the Chads and the Stacys. Like, bro, this man is like 56. He doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
This is why terminally online people are a scourge. They live in like the internet is literally its own world at this point. It's so separated from
it's its own
reality.
ecosystem for sure.
Yeah, it's scary. I actually find it.
Oh, look, I found the tweets, by the way. This is what Chris Chan does all day on Twitter now. Massive big confirmation of MLP G5 Gen 5 instigating World War III. Hashtag Russia versus Ukraine. I have literally said it before, and this confirms it. No, allegedly, Hasbro did. So if not the deeper metaphysical reasons I know personally, stop acknowledging MLP G5 because of Russia and Vladimir. I like how he's like on a first name basis with Putin. Oh, he just spelled out the whole name. I mean, this is what Putin has really been cooking up. It's not the war. He has created My Little Pony.
I know that when I'm a large military force invading another country, my first siphoning attack, my first interwoven like sleeper agent propaganda is going to be a children's cartoon about talking horses. Like, goddamn.
I mean, it worked on fucking Chris Chan. MLPG5 is literally Russian propaganda, demons included, in disguise as a non-timeline canon series. In other words, if you do any art, acknowledge, or even love MLPG5, you are supporting not only a further dysfunction of this very timeline, but you're supporting Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. I like how our entire dimension is in peril because of a bunch of talking ponies. I like how he's like outright banning people from making art, and he wants the original cast reinstated, just like Andrew said. Is it just Chris Chan, or is it like bronies writ large who hate it?
No, it's just these kinds of people across all fan bases. You see people like this in every fan base. It's crazy.
So Chris Chan is insane. Like, let's lay that on the table. The bronies aren't saying that this caused World War III with Ukraine and Russia. All I know is the big cultural groundswell behind My Little Pony died because the new show was ass. That's as far as I know with that. None of this shit. This is something else.
Yeah, I mean, he is about as well adjusted as you would expect a motherfucker to be.
Yeah, but I see like tweets like this from so many other people as well. It's not too far different from people demanding like other like creative works change their art or whatever based on the lunacy of like the real world or whatever, the lunacy of their own minds and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whatever they want.
Yeah,
it's not too different from that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's just like replace Vladimir Putin with like fucking Trump, and you're right? It's just a lot of people take their stupid fucking entertainment to.
People in general are far too invested in like fictional worlds and stuff. And I learned this lesson personally after like Star Wars shit the bed like 15 years ago. Like you shouldn't put your faith in your
tweets like this.
No, I like you shouldn't put your emotional investment in fictional worlds. That's my kind of point. But I get that you're like mentally ill if you're doing this, so you've got no other option.
People are crazy.
Yeah, I feel like people are more crazy now than they were 10 years ago, though.
I disagree. I think there's more prominence to it. There's the internet. Yeah, the internet exposes it, gives them a platform and a community more than anything. But this kind of wacko shit has been around since the dawn of time.
Yeah. It just makes it easier for these people to find each other and have community, like
get attention.
Even massive community now.
Well, are you self-representing or?
Yeah, he's the head of he's head of that community.
He's president of the commission.
The commission. Okay. Did any of you have a game?
No,
I had a natural disaster that kind of kept me out of the office. So,
you're excused.
Thank you.
Well, you better come with a game next week, Andrew.
Ah, fuck. I'll try to do it. Sure.
Your games are good. Didn't fucking Pokemon just get like hacked or leaked and like everything got released about Pokemon?
Pokemon had a major leak from what I could tell. I didn't get to look into it much, just the fallout. So from what I know, a Game Freak employee, the people who make Pokemon, got his account phished. So someone got his info logged in and just dumped everything they could find. When here you go, here's all this unreleased stuff, beta art, beta test shit, scrapped content, everything. And the big takeaway from it is that Pokemon was planning on doing like mythology stories for their games. So like in the past there was a man and he lived in a humble village and one day he met a Typhlosion and like all these like like ancient folklores that you would see in Asian culture a lot and whatever. And people spun it off to be really creepy sexual stories based around those characters based off what happens. So you know when you're like looking into mythology and it's like, and then the man had a wife and the wife was an octopus and they lived in a magical cloud
Greek
village.
mythology.
So Pokemon wanted to do that, but what fans are turning it into is there's a canonical Pokemon story of a man fucking Octillery, which is the octopus Pokemon. And they're running wild with that shit.
Okay, so Game Freak wrote like a creation story about like gods and stuff of like Pokemon trainers, existing with Octillery or whatever the fuck you just said. And then the fans are twisting that to be like smut.
So they're definitely pretty much something for a Pokemon game. They're definitely like, wow, that's a lot. But the fans are running with it to be these like explicit pornographic stories, which is what they're not, but they're definitely a lot. So that's what's happening right now. That's been happening for the last 2 days, as far as I know.
I have no beef with the Pokemon community.
You don't want to play Jackson the Pokemon?
No, I'm good.
So Nintendo is just going to destroy this person, right?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. The guy who got his account hacked is without a doubt going to be publicly flogged in the streets of Shibuya, Tokyo. Like, it's not good for him.
Straight up executed. Murked.
I would like to remind everybody thinking about fucking with Nintendo that they turned the last guy into an indentured servant for life and he's in prison now.
They're gonna strike this dude with a predator drone, like featuring the livery of like Pikachu or something. It's the last thing he's gonna see barreling towards him. It's like a bright yellow predator missile. They're
gonna hook his testicles up to like the battery cells of Nintendo Switch, and every time someone logs onto the eShop, it's just gonna zap him to let him know all the people he hurt.
They're gonna like probably fashion Nintendo like the Switch 2 cases out of his skin.
They're gonna build it out of him,
just like as a message.
It's not gonna be good.
Oh my god, no! Well, they gotta be pretty fucking angry. Are they also still not suing that one company?
Power World? Who knows what's going on with that?
Yeah.
Is it possible that Power World triggered this? Like they sent the hackers after them as retribution for the lawsuit? They've got the money.
There's actually a funny rumor.
$5 billion.
There's a funny rumor because I believe one of the employees of Power World did get hired to work at Game Freak. So people are thinking, oh, it was him. He was a sleeper agent. He was on the inside.
Interesting. That's an interesting conspiracy.
Yeah.
I hope his family's safe.
But yeah, it's some wacky stories for a kid's game. It's a lot, but the fans are definitely taking it as like, dude, look, canonical Pokemon sex. It's just going wild from there.
I mean, to be fair, you kind of, the way I heard it from you is, I thought you meant that like people saw the lore and then wrote the fanfic themselves.
No,
but
it's like
official. The man made it with Octane.
Yeah, which
So, I mean, this is Pokemon sex, though.
No, it is. But people are making it out like, and then they talked about how he fucked her real good and came on her face, and it's in the game. It's like none of this was ever there, and it's like it's all scrap stuff to be like creation myths. Yeah, they're creation myths, but people are going really out of proportion with it.
What does an Octane look like?
Yeah.
Oh, Octane is like one of the hottest
mated with her.
So Octane is probably the beta name for Octillery, which is the octopus I was talking about. Yeah, there you go on the top left. Yeah.
Doesn't even have tits.
Look how hot that is.
I like how he mates with it and then just tosses it into the sea like a fucking cum rag.
That's what you do.
Well, that's kind of like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure, isn't that what happened with Aphrodite? Like Zeus comes in something and then throws a pearl in the ocean?
That's so clearly what they're trying to do, because if you read Greek mythology, there's stories of Zeus literally fucking a woman and going, that was great, I want to do it as an animal, and then he turns into a cow and fucks her again, and it's like, that shit's just mythology, and that's clearly what Pokemon's doing here, but the fan base has just decided to run with it and really go nuts.
This is so fucking... It sounds like Chris Chan wrote this. Like, what the fuck am I reading? Then I will not kill you. However, I desire your beautiful mane, so I ask you to become my wife. Jackson, you were making fun of my writing. Turns out I could easily get hired by this fucking company to write like Pokemon sex.
Well, I think this is someone transcribing it. So this is some like a fan.
They are translated from Japanese, from what I remember. So
I don't fucking know. I haven't looked into it.
Who knows?
Yeah, but I mean, there's
by the way,
so
Rapidash in that story. Rapidash in that story is a horse, by the way, just so we're clear, just so everyone knew.
So why are they doing this again? It's like, I mean, isn't Pokemon supposed to be just like a family-friendly franchise where the Pokemon are basically just your
pets?
Just
a creation myth. It's just like
it's supposed to be a world building thing, but it definitely for a kids series is too much. And these were scrapped. These were never in the games.
It's not released.
Yeah, but that asks the question: why do they write all of this shit? You know, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
I would like to see a not a pornographic, but like a mature.
Well, I would
Pokemon game. That'd be cool. Like GTA about Pokemon.
Weird.
Well, that's what we wanted Power World to be, because it showed up and it was like, it's Pokemon with guns and tackling the slavery issue. And then it just turned out to be, hey, let's rip off every other franchise and make a quick buck. I fucking hate that game, but okay. It's fine.
Yep.
It was fun for a day.
It was fun for a day. That is exactly right. I remember after I played it once, I never wanted to play it again. You're totally correct.
You were the most excited for it out of any of us, too.
And it was not at all what I wanted. It was not even remotely what I wanted it to be. I just wanted Pokemon with guns. That's it. That's all I had to do.
I just wanted to fuck Octillery.
I just wanted to fuck Octillery and throw it back in the ocean, do it again the next day as part of my creation myth. Is that too much to fucking ask?
I could see Power World going that route, honestly, like the creation myth being...
There is a pal in Power World who's designed to like be like the seductress. Like the lore is like it uses pheromones to fuck people. So they definitely know their audience.
There we go. Yeah. They've got their creation myth down.
They should rip the script off word for word. They should just steal it.
They should.
Now that it's public, they should just take it.
That's what Power World's good at. Well. Oh man, sexy Tesla robots and now sexy Pokemon. I can't contain myself. This is getting crazy.
All right, well, we better run and go, relieve ourselves then.
I'm really good at playing Pokemon one-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Why don't you take us out, Jackson?
Yep. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Criminally Stupid's over there. Early access. I don't know what the fuck we're going to do about Criminally Stupid, because it might be a flight risk for our channel. So we might be taking Criminally Stupid off the channel and just having it exclusive over on Patreon. I'll let you guys know if that happens, but you can get early access to Criminally Stupid anyway over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast, as well as Red Thread early access and other stuff. There's a new show up there at the moment with me and a real life friend called Real Boys, where we talk about the new Joker movie. It's a lot of fun. People seem to like it. So if you're a Patreon member, you can go check that out. It should be a lot of fun. Go watch it and let us know what you think. Other than that, We'll be back for more official next time. Thank you very much for supporting us. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.